All right.
I see you're on your feet and in good health.
Ja. Ja. Gott sei Dank.
What about the eye? How did it turn out?
Gut, Heinrich. I only see cloudy for a day or two. But then the clouds go away. I see the world with new eyes now. Könnte man sagen, healing skill of Master Ibicus is great. I will remember him in my prayer. And I think my injury teach me discretion and humility.
Those are wise words. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a proper helmet. Best with a visor. I'm sure you'd look great in a hound skull.
Na ja. When I get enough Groschen, I will kaufen der best in Kottenberg.
I'd like you to teach me about swordplay.
Kein Problem, Mann. Tell me what you want to know. We have to make a living.
Hallo, Heinrich. It was a beautiful tournament. Much great feasting to see. I am glad you could make it. Congratulations on your victory. I knew you would win, and I am glad I was not mistaken. What did you think of it?
I don't have much experience with events like these, but I thought it was fantastic. The competition was also good. A great opportunity for swordsmen to show off and improve their skills.
Gut, Heinrich. My thoughts exactly. What about the winnings? Are you satisfied?
Aye, the prize was great. Nice things, valuable, nothing to complain about.
I am glad you are satisfied. Most importantly, the councillors are satisfied too. So me and Fridush can continue organizing tournaments. I am sure that the more tournaments we hold, the more we can attract better fighters and make tournaments even more interesting for everyone involved. I also hope the council and the local burghers will be more generous in time, so that we can offer better prices, which would also surely convince more contenders to participate. So I urge you to keep participating too, Heinrich. I need a fighter like you to make the tournament famous.
I'll consider it, Manhart. You have my word. You wouldn't have any work for me, would you?
Yeah, I might know of something. Not long ago, ein Frau was here looking for a swordsman. But the whole thing is ein bisschen precarious.
Why? What's the deal?
She is a widow. Poor thing. She was looking for a warrior für ein Duell. And that is something the city council does not like to see. Deshalb, I cannot do it myself. I do not want to lose the Fechthalle. Aber you could help her. Go to her, tell her I sent you. And mein Gott, do nothing to bring shame on our guild. I have faith in you.
Fine. I'll go and see her and find out more.
She lives in the house in the middle of Haradek quarter.
Greetings. Do you need something?
Menhard sent me. I heard you need somebody who knows how to fight.
Praise the Lord. I feared I wouldn't find anyone, and that would have been bad. That I'd end up all alone, just like with everything else.
First, tell me exactly what this is about. Menhard said it was fairly unusual.
My husband, may God rest his soul, left me saddled with some unpleasant business. He liked to spend evenings in the tavern and bet with the other regulars. And he promised one of them a fair sum of money after losing a bet. But that waster of mine recently passed away, and the other fella, Radmill, the cobbler's apprentice, has been hounding me like there's no tomorrow. He swears that he won fair and square and that I have to pay him the money, although I've hardly any myself. But he has no written record of it. We even went to the city council, but they just slammed the door on us. Since my husband's will says disputes are to be resolved by duel and Radmill won't relinquish his claim, it's up to God himself to judge. As a widow, I have the holy right for a fighter to stand for me.
Tell me more about my opponent. What kind of man is he? Perhaps we could reason with him.
What do you want to know about him? He's a whoremonger, lucky enough to run into that gullible husband of mine. There's no talking to him, which makes me wonder why Cobbler Yolland keeps a leech like that in his employ.
I'll fight for you.
Thank you. I was hoping you wouldn't leave a poor old widow in a lurch. Go make arrangements for the duel with that fool, the cobbler's man, in the town hall.
Hey, hey! The Master Swordsman Menhard from Frankfurt.
At your service, sir.
Master Menhard from Frankfurt is now in charge of the sword-fighting brotherhood in Gutenberg by the decision of King Wenceslas.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Tools! Iron tools! Tools here!
Oh.
God be with you.
I say, they'll think twice next time.
I come on behalf of Widow Gerda. I will stand for her in battle. What terms shall we agree to?
So she went and found a swordsman anyway. I had hoped that it wouldn't come to this. I won that money fair and square.
But you don't have a witness? Or any document?
No, I don't. Just my word. And I will gladly even swear on the cross. But once I pay the guild dues, they'll make me a master and I'll finally open my own workshop. I swear before God I'm in the right. And if there's no other way to defend my good fortune than with a weapon in my hand, so be it. Unless you would show mercy and let me win.
I don't intend to break my word. And I certainly don't want to ruin my reputation by throwing a duel.
As you wish. Right is on my side, and God will certainly guide my hand. We just have to agree on the weapon you want to use.
I choose sword. Which weapon is best for you?
I'm a cobbler, not a swordsman. I'll have to borrow a weapon and armor from somebody. Go back to Gerda and tell her we're agreed and that we'll meet there. Southwest of the city is a large solitary tree on a hill. Gerda will know where, so come together.
Lord be with you. What do you need?
I went to see Radmill, and we agreed on terms.
And what weapon did you choose?
It'll be swords. Radmill went to find some armor, and then we'll meet at the big tree southwest of town. He said you'd know.
I know. I know. And are you ready?
We can leave right away.
Then let's go, so I can finally have some peace.
Today, the dispute between Gerada and Radmill will be decided once and for all. If necessary, I will gladly testify as to the recipient of God's favor in this duel today. Radmill will fight for himself, and Henry will take up arms for the widow Gerada. They have both agreed upon the weapons to be used in the duel. No other weapon is allowed. No fighter may move too far from the center of the ring. Whoever runs away loses. The duel will end as soon as someone surrenders or there is no more fighting. No killing. Did you understand the rules?
Yes.
Yes.
Let the duel begin.
Come on, let's see what you've got.
Get him!
I'll spread you like butter on bread. Ah! Ah!
Take that!
Oh, you certainly know how to fight.
So it's decided?
Unfortunately for me. Let's go to the others.
Radmill, Henry, you both fought valiantly, but God has decided the truth lies with Goodwife Gerda. The dispute has thus been justly settled in her favor.
Yes, that's right. Did you hear that? Don't you even think of trying to get money out of me now. I've got a witness that you lost.
Don't worry. I honor your victory. You won't hear from me again.
And you, Henry. Here's your well-earned reward.
I'm glad to have helped settle this.
This duel was guided by the hand of God. If necessary, I will testify to everything.
Fuck all work. What's done is done. That's the end of it.
There's one thing you can't deny.
What's that?
Forget that!
Greetings. Do you need something?
What are you doing here, Goodman?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for free?
My vineyard is new, and the folks in this town are damn stubborn. So I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they'd get a taste for it. What about your good self? Would you like to try it?
Free wine? I'd be a fool to say no to that.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are. To your health. I'm curious what you'll think of it.
Well, it's not the best wine I've ever had, but it'd do at a pinch.
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an idiot whose wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every morning. And my wine tastes like dog piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. If it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. Not like this.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, I'm not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant your business troubles.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe you could. If you're not from around here, that is.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself. Caspar Rudolph, vineyard owner and a not very successful wine seller.
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well known in Kuttenberg. Someone who can pretend. to be someone else, if you know what I mean.
Sure, why not? If all you need is someone folk won't recognize.
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret. People can't get enough of it, and I can't figure out what their secret is. But I intend to find out.
Right. I understand what you want from me. But if it's a secret, it won't be easy.
No, it won't. But don't worry. I have a plan. The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town, an innkeeper called Havel. And this Havel is a real know-it-all when it comes to wine. He really likes to boast about it. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you, and maybe he'll reveal something.
You want me to be smellier? I don't see how that could make a good impression on him.
Not smellier, sommelier. It's a wine expert. Just act intelligent and use some foreign words. It'll be easy. I have some books about wine at home. Maybe you could read through them. You do know how to read, right? Havel's a bit thick anyway, so it won't be hard to impress him.
The book might come in handy. Can I borrow it?
When I said I have it, that wasn't, entirely accurate.
What's the truth, then?
The book belongs to me, but I lent it to someone, and she hasn't given it back yet. Miss Adleta Manlica should have it. I lent it to her during our, let's call it our friendship, which has come to an end.
Didn't you say you're married?
What has that to do with anything?
Oh, I'm sure your wife wouldn't mind if you asked an old girlfriend to return a book you lent her.
Oh dear. Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be expected of a respectable young woman. But her family's patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage and put an end to her dalliances. Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded like the crown jewels.
And you want me to break in?
Well, yes. Master Swordsmith Manlicher has a house in Lethlilskar Street. Adleta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian court, where she is guarded by her brother. The Manlichers don't want any more problems.
It doesn't matter. I'll find a way to get the book back.
Great! Any more questions?
Do you have any idea what this secret might be?
They're monks, so it could be anything. Maybe they put the crushed up bones of saints in it, or they sing hymns to the wine. How should I know?
Do you really think Havel would just tell me the secret? You don't even know if he actually knows it. Or it might just be a rumor.
Havel really is a bit thick. Either the monks have a secret and Havel will tell you, or there's no secret and Havel will confirm it.
I'll get right on it then.
Excellent. And don't forget, making an impression is the main thing. You look like you can handle it. Good luck. Farewell, good sir. A sweet red! A sparkling white! A taste that will correct...
Letter does not wish to be disturbed. Guten Tag. Was brauchst du?
I'd like to go into the gardens. Why are you on guard here?
I'm afraid my sister is resting in the gardens and doesn't wish to be disturbed.
Do these gardens belong to you, so you can decide who goes in?
Like I said, my sister doesn't want to be disturbed, and my father, Master Mannlicher, doesn't want it either.
Do you have any idea who I am?
No. Should I?
The city council wants me to inspect this part of the fortifications. So get out of my way so I can take a look.
Wasn't that Master Albert's job?
It used to be, but not anymore. King Sigismund has made a lot of changes in this town.
Oh. Go on then, but stay away from my sister. Wiedersehen.
Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
The pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
He's well. His wine business is flourishing.
I know perfectly well that it's not flourishing. But I'm glad Caspar at least has good friends.
What about that book? Do you have it?
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan. And now he wants it back all of a sudden?
What if we became friends, and you gave me the book?
You're taking a big risk, good man. My father could have your tongue cut out for that kind of talk. He's not too keen on my friends.
That doesn't bother me.
But it's not that easy to become a friend of mine. First, you need to impress me somehow.
I could write a poem for you.
Love poetry. I have to warn you that my taste is rather refined.
One stolen glance, tender and true, captured my heart, beholden to you. Your beauty and grace, like flowers in spring, as the rising sun, you make the birds sing.
That wasn't bad, good man. You have talent. You deserve a reward.
How about a kiss?
Here, now? In broad daylight?
Nah, you're right. Let's leave it for another time.
Yes, another time. When I'm a widow, perhaps?
That's a long time to wait.
I wouldn't say so. But having you court me so charmingly has raised my spirits.
But I'd like to take Caspar's book now.
Of course. That's what you came for, isn't it?
I have the book, so I'll be off.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.
Watch out!
Easy, good horse.
I'd like something to eat.
Whoa, whoa.
Come and take your pick.
Praise be to Christ. God bless you, sir.
What's new in town?
Nothing much. If you're interested in paid work, you better...
I need a place.
But of course, and for how...
I need to...
No.
Let's talk about... Look.
Agreed. Your bed... Working on the second...
Pavel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Here we are. Good.
I travelled around France.
Wonderful! It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla. That's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring colour is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankowka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
A bit bitter for my tastes. But you said it's a young Blaufränkisch. I'm getting notes of black currant. The colour is dark, almost purple, but as it should be.
Yes, the color enchants me every time. Almost like drinking from an inkwell.
Oh, I've never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say, you won't know till you've tried it. He lived and died by that saying.
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
Well, the poor fella suffered from ulcers. So one day, true to his favorite saying, he tried drinking spirits to cure himself. Burn the canker, he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week. God rest his soul.
To your grandfather, and his contribution to advancing the knowledge of medicine.
If you've traveled so widely, tell me, in France, what wine do they appreciate the most? And I don't mean what wealthy nobility think, but what true connoisseurs like you and me appreciate.
Chardonnay, definitely.
But that's the type of grape. I mean the type of wine. I surely don't have to tell you the grape variety is only half the taste.
Well, it's It's hard to come up with something off the top of my head, but I do enjoy this variety.
Ah, well, never mind. Let's carry on. Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads, and I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Very nice. I'd say it's mint?
Precisely. It gives a nice freshness, wouldn't you say? And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern. I don't know where to put it all.
But it's missing some kick. I reckon your cook forgot to add something. Ginger. It's missing ginger.
But of course. The cook told me they didn't have any at the market. You have a refined tongue, good man. I'll give you that. After that hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Eger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Hey, where's that beer?
Very strong. Matured in an oak barrel, undoubtedly. Colour is excellent as well. A crimson red. The smell is heavy, spicy, almost suffocating. I have to admit, I haven't had much Hungarian wine, but maybe I should change that.
I drank this particular wine from Eger at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
Well, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish, and red wine. Maybe it's some sort of Hungarian custom.
I was so disappointed that I wanted to make myself something at home to get rid of the taste. But I was so drunk that I fell asleep. The housekeeper woke me up, and what can I tell you? The porridge was charcoal. The kitchen was like a smokehouse, and I had egg on my face. Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit, or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets Monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah. Why is it called secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
Interesting. There's no trace of any flavour that shouldn't be there. Neither honey nor spices. Just the pure taste of wine. But there is something to it. Something I don't recognise.
That's it, good man.
Is that the secret?
Exactly. The monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like. And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret. What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman, and I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell, and if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you. What's new in...
Nothing much. If you're in...
I'd like to...
What do you want to know?
Good morning to you.
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
Good. I had to drink a bit of wine to get some answers out of him, but I sacrificed myself for the cause.
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end, he told me sometimes crates of a special incense are brought to the vineyard, and they apparently burn it in the barrels.
What? Incense? And he wasn't just yanking your pizzle or too drunk?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth. He doesn't know what incense it is, just that they get it delivered.
Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
I'll do it, but I want more coin. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers, and it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. God be with you, good sir.
fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
I'm sorry.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Gah! Quick! Gah! Whoa! Are you hiring?
Us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What's in that building in the middle of the vineyard?
Vineyards aren't just vines. They need a place to sort, press, and wash the grapes. And we also need a place to lay our heads. We spend half a year up on this scorching hill after all.
What's the master custodian like?
Jerome? He's my cousin, and he gave me this job. Can't complain about him.
And the others?
I don't know, but I've never heard any complaints. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
What if I'm not up to it?
You have 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's all you need. The only thing we won't tolerate is someone slacking off. We have a lot of blow-ins, so don't expect any breaks. If you laze about for even a day, you'll be out of here. Understand?
I understand. I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting near the winery. And remember, wine is liquid gold, so we keep everything well guarded.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything, off you go to work.
I'll be going.
All right.
Don't worry.
I have to. And now you... Take care for now.
My humble respects.
Good doggy. Good boy.
I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
What?
Oh, nothing, lad. I'm just admiring your youth and the joyful energy you surely bring with you. But that's not why you're here.
I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
You'll start today. Because why wait? There are a few hours left before the velvet blanket of night covers our vineyard.
Of course. I'll get to work then.
Excellent. What enthusiasm! What vigor! As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine you're King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants which you will take to the dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organising a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
What's in this building here?
This is the winery, lad. It's the heart of the vineyard. Of course, the grapes must ripen in the vineyard and are harvested there. But here in the winery they are sorted, pressed, and poured into barrels. As soon as we put the wine in barrels, it travels to the cool and dark monastery cellars, where it ages.
Where can I lay my head?
I shall take you there right away. I have to show you where to take the sacks in any case.
Forgive me, but why do you talk so strangely?
Truth be told, you're not the first to ask such a question. But the answer is simple. Our time on this earth is too short and precious to leave behind something ordinary. And I'm quite adept at speaking, unlike other human activities. So why not at least leave behind a pleasing impression?
I wonder what I'll leave behind.
I don't know, lad, and neither do you. But eventually the loom will run out of thread, and it's up to us what we leave behind, whether it's a plain cloth or an ornate tapestry.
I'll get to it then.
May God bless your work. On you go, lad. Here it is, the final resting place of weeds from our vineyard, and a vast haven for flies, the dung heap. This is where you shall bring the sacks, and moreover, after a hard day's toil, you can lay your head down in that hut over there. Questions?
I'm supposed to sleep beside the dung heap?
It's perfectly healthy, and I wouldn't worry about the smell. The odor emanating from the other beds will be worse.
Great.
Now, get to work. The vineyard is large and there's plenty of work.
I have more questions.
Ask away.
At your service, sir.
crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
God bless you, sir.
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Skalitz used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
But it stinks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies, and they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine reek. Here's your reward. I added a bit more, as we agreed.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. Take care. A sweet red, a sparkling white, a taste that will caress your soul. An elegant and in flavor, light aroma of
Grüß dich. Möge Gott mit dir sein.
God bless. Now's not a good time. Let's get together this evening at the Black Horse. God bless you, kiddo. I don't...
Are you going to do laundry today?
Aye, aye.
Come on, Christ! I'm here to...
Well, it's about time. Put it somewhere inside.
There must be some mistake. I'm not delivering anything.
What do you want, then?
The innkeeper sent me. He said you're looking to hire someone.
He's not wrong. I was afraid nobody would turn up. Who might you be?
Henry of Scallis.
I'm Betty. I run the place.
I'm guessing business isn't great.
Everyone has to start somewhere. Once I've got the place in good nick and up and running, it'll be the best establishment in the city. I need you to bring some things from Grund. And while you're there, find my wagoner Matsek and bring him back as well. He went there before you and he hasn't come back yet.
What do you want me to bring back?
You know, a bit of this and a bit of that.
You're not telling me much.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And what if I told you to forget it?
You wanted a job, didn't you? I promise you won't regret it and you'll enjoy the journey.
Well, I need to know, otherwise I'm not going anywhere.
You're a bit strict, eh? But what choice do I have? There's some girls who are going to work for me waiting in Grund. And your job is to go and collect them and bring them here. Satisfied?
Absolutely. Who's Matsek?
The wagoner I hired for the job before you. He still hasn't come back. I reckon he's gone to ground in Grun, so to speak.
Why do you think he's gone to ground?
Matsek's a bit odd. Superstitious. He once didn't set foot outdoors for 2 days because there was a black cat outside on the porch. When you meet him, you can ask him about it yourself.
Are you sure he'll be in Grund?
He's bound to be sitting in a tavern, boozing and keeping his head down. He used to steal for a living. So now he sees a catchpole round every corner, and he's afraid of his own shadow.
What's in it for me?
A decent bit of coin.
It's a deal. I'll go to Grund for the wagon and its driver.
In the meantime, I'll try and get this place cleaned up a bit.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat shed.
Watch your mouth, lad. It might not smell as sweet as other places, but we've got all the services you could wish for. Baths, laundry, and nice girls for company. What more could you want from a bathhouse?
Well, not to catch lice on the way to the bath, maybe?
Do you often visit bathhouses?
Sometimes. For the girls, mainly.
Then this place will be right up your street. When this place opens, I'll have the prettiest wenches for miles around.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat.
Watch your back. What more? Well...
How did you come to have a bathhouse? It can't be that easy.
I inherited it from Marish, the previous owner. I was his head wench for 7 years. I've lived in this house since I was little, in fact.
You grew up here?
Marish took me in when I was a little orphan of around 10. I washed laundry, carried water, ran errands. It wasn't a bad life at all. Marish was like a father to me.
What does the head wench do?
Just about everything. Takes care of the business, pays the girls, arranges food, anything that needs doing, basically.
And he left it to you? Just like that?
Aye. Marish didn't have a proper family, and I'd been here since I was a nipper and knew the ropes. I'm the only one who stayed with him. Even when the money ran out and the bathhouse fell into disrepair. So of course he left it to me. He was a good man. God rest his soul.
What do you plan to do with the bathhouse now?
I'll do the place up and reopen it.
That won't be easy, I reckon. The first part, especially.
I've coped with worse things in life.
How come it's so run down?
It wasn't always like this. Old Marish used to say, Betty, this place has to shine, and everyone must find what he's looking for here, see? Except, he wasn't good with money. So he ended up broke, and then everything went downhill. We couldn't even afford herbs for the baths. People stopped coming. The girls left, and the old man fell ill. For a while it was just the two of us, and then he died. So it's up to me to get this place back on its feet.
Are there any other bathhouses in the city?
Aye, there's one, but I wouldn't set foot in it.
How come?
Because it belongs to Adam the bathkeeper, who always used to treat us like dirt. Just because his bathhouse is in the center, he thinks he's God's gift. And what's more, it was him who badmouthed us. So people stopped coming.
He was just getting rid of the competition, eh?
Yeah, but I'll show him what a proper bathhouse looks like. Take care, sir.
Theory. There's some money for a poor wayfarer can...
Help! Somebody!
Do it!
I yield.
But thank you. Really, thank you.
I was happy to help.
You did more than help. You're my guardian angel. Here, a token of my gratitude. And thank you again.
Be worth it. Of course it will. A big city, lots...
I was sent by Betty, the bathkeeper from Kuttenberg. Do you know her?
Aye, we know her, sweetie. What can we do for you?
She said you're supposed to work for her, and I'm supposed to escort you there.
Well, about time. We've been stuck here for ages and there's no sign of anyone. So far, we've had to make do with some local customers so we can pay our bill. Who are you, handsome?
I'm your protector. I'll escort you safely into town. And woe betide anyone who tries anything on.
What about you? Are you going to try it on?
We'll think about it.
Do you mind thinking about it on the way? So we can get out of this shithole and fast.
Where do you know Betty from?
We met by chance. We were sitting in a tavern, complaining about our jobs. Before that, we was in a bathhouse in Backwater, the same as this one, and it wasn't nothing good. Betty heard us, and there and then she offered us something better in Kuttenberg.
All of you?
Greetings.
That's right. She said she had big plans for her bathhouse. But the main thing is it's the city. Nobody in their right mind would say no.
Are you girls going to work as bathmaids?
What do you think we're going to do?
I don't know. I thought maybe...
What? We might want to join a nunnery? Ha! No chance. We're all experienced. We know what the job's about.
Can we go?
You expect us to walk to Kuttenberg? Betty said she'd send a wagon for us.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Give me a moment. I'll sort it out.
What do you need?
What's new?
Nothing much. If you're looking for a...
Greetings. Good day.
I'm sorry?
Oh, you pooch.
God bless you, sir.
I'm looking for Matsek, the wagoner. Is that you?
Who's asking?
Relax. Betty from Kuttenberg sent me. She said you were supposed to bring her something, but instead you're still hanging around here. So she wants to know what's going on. If you need help, I'm your man.
Thank God you're here. This job will be the death of me. Everyone thought it was suspicious that I was driving girls to and fro.
Do you mean the girls you were supposed to deliver to Betty?
What girls do you think I mean? Getting them there is not that simple, though. A wagon full of girls is suspicious. Everyone watches, and then they remember your face.
What of it? There's no law against driving girls into the city.
It's just with my face. Everyone wonders what pretty girls are doing with a bloke like me. On top of that, I had a dream. I dreamt I was stopped by soldiers. And soldiers are bastards. They treat you like dirt. Like in the Potovits, they stop every wagon and check what's on it.
We're in Grund. We're a long way from Apatovic, so there aren't any troops here. Besides, it was just a dream.
My dreams never lie. Last time I dreamt I fell off a hay wagon, and then I had a rash all week.
I'll give you my word. You don't have to worry about any soldiers. Not when you're with me. Besides, Betty's getting annoyed. And I'd be more afraid of her than soldiers.
Christ, you're right. But if anything happens to me, it'll be on your conscience.
You get the wagon ready while I go and get the girls.
Just don't be too obvious about it. I don't want no one to see us together.
Yeah.
Good day to you.
Can we go?
If we don't have to walk, then sure.
Your wagon awaits outside the tavern, my dears. Get on.
What do you think it'll be like there?
Oh, Clara said it's wonderful there. Lovely clothes, shops with all kinds of stuff, and never a dull moment. And she said everyone's really cultivized.
Rich customers. That's the main thing. I'm sick of villagers asking if they can pay later.
Rich and gentlemanly.
That young lad who's escorting us, bet he lives there. Maybe he'll tell us more.
Aye, ask him then.
Why me? You ask him.
Sir?
I'm not some lord. Just call me Henry. What do you want?
What
What's it like in the city?
The city's big and beautiful. Everyone there is living on the pig's back.
You're having me on.
No, I'm not. You'll see for yourself soon enough. It's not like in a village. Everything's a lot bigger.
And the fellas? Are they all bigger as well?
You bet they are. You can forget all about country bumpkins now.
And are you a big fella from the city as well?
What do you mean?
Do you work at the bathhouse as well?
No. I have other business to take care of. I'm just helping Betty out for now.
But I expect you'll be coming to see us, though. Won't you?
You read me like a book.
If I knew how to read, I wouldn't be working at a bathhouse. But I have other talents.
I'm sure you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing.
I'll gladly show you my talents if you come and see me. Actually, I wanted to ask you, well...
I find it hard to believe a girl like you can be shy.
Right, there's no point beating about the bush. Are you more into tits or bottoms?
Is that what you lot talk about all the time?
Don't change the subject. I want to know.
Definitely backside.
Arse? Why's that?
Don't know what I can tell you. Maybe because it's a nice thing and you know how to wiggle them.
You bet we do. If you saw how I could wiggle my ass.
I can... well imagine.
Hear that, girls? He's an arse man.
Here I am.
How'd you like my new girls?
The girls are very sweet. I couldn't have wished for a nicer journey.
I knew you'd hit it off. I expect you didn't get bored on the journey.
I certainly didn't. What do you want to do next?
There's still some tidying up to do inside, and then we've got to get the word out.
Betty! What a lovely surprise! I see you're doing the place up.
Nice to see you, Adam. What can I do for you?
I came to see how you're cleaning up the pigsty. It's hard to believe. It's the same building.
Right. You've had a look. Now get lost.
Is that any way to treat guests? What would the old man think?
I don't think we've met. I'm Henry.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Adam. I run the only bathhouse in the city. Come and take a look when you get tired of this pigsty.
Do you need something?
I just wanted to discuss something with Betty.
What if I don't want to talk to you?
It'll only take a moment.
If you don't want me here, I can go.
Yes, thanks. No, wait. Stay here. At least you'll hear the offer I have for Betty.
What offer?
It won't be anything special. Adam just came for a quick look around. He has to be going again.
You're wrong. I'm here on business. Betty, we're old friends, and I'm worried about you. I'm offering you help from one friend to another.
Don't make me throw up.
Running a bathhouse requires expertise, money, and courage. But you, Betty, you have none of those things. And that's why I'm offering to take you under my wing. I'll buy the place. All of it, including you. You can still be the bathkeeper, but the bathhouse will be mine. What do you think?
I'm not interested.
Come. I haven't even told you how much I'm offering yet.
Not even for a golden goose.
You don't have to answer right now. Think it over. Sleep on it. Just imagine. We'll do the whole place up. I'll sort out a permit, some proper girls, and furniture.
I said no.
What a pity. And it would be an even bigger pity if someone made a mistake and you lost everything. Just imagine. The house burns down and you find yourself on the street with the girls. What then? That's not what the old man would have wanted.
Get out! Fuck off out of here, you piece of shit! How dare you even mention him?
Now, Betty, anger isn't good for the heart. You're not as young as you used to be. You need someone by your side who knows the ropes.
Out! Get out right now!
Pity. A real pity.
You alright?
That fucking whore's son.
What will you do now?
I'll show him I can manage just fine without him. My bathhouse will be so great that everyone will forget about his.
How do you want to do that?
I'll throw a party that people will remember for as long as they live. I'll invite the whole city, and everyone in the district will be talking about it. And that scumbag will tear his hair out with envy.
Wow. I must admit, you surprised me.
Thanks.
Why did you yell at him like that?
Because it's no more than he deserves. He's to blame for my misery in the first place. Things have gone downhill since he got rid of Marish. Have I told you about him?
You have.
Marish was the original owner of the bathhouse and didn't want to sell it. And Adam can't get over it. When Marish started to have trouble with his health and with money, that fucker did everything he could to get us closed down. He spread nasty rumors. He tried to steal our customers and girls.
And now he turns up out of the blue and offers to buy the place.
He wants it all for himself. He tried once before, but he didn't get far. And then he saw to it we ended up broke.
How can someone do that?
Adam knows people on the city council. He gets away with all kinds of shit.
A big opening night party sounds good.
But I don't have a crier to spread the word around the city. So, I was thinking, would you help me?
Me? A crier? I thought you needed a special talent for that.
Bollocks! You just need to be able to shout. And you won't be doing it for free.
It doesn't sound too hard. What do you want me to say?
That's what we have to figure out. The name of the bathhouse is already decided. It's going to be called the Kingfisher.
I like it.
Now for the rest.
We need a good opening line.
We'll begin with the name. What else? And then something that grabs their attention.
Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening.
That's good!
That's sorted then. Then we have to recommend our services, so people know what they can look forward to.
You have to praise my girls to high heaven. That's the main thing.
So openly. I thought those services would be more secret.
You have to find a clever way to say it.
We have services for every customer. Do you want to be bathed in rose oil or shaved by a barber?
Anything you wish for, and much, much more.
I like it. Now the next bit. How do we end it?
That's obvious. We invite them to the opening party.
Come and enjoy a grand opening party.
Wine, women and song, and maybe something more.
I like it. How does it all sound together? Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening. We have services for every customer. Do you want to be bathed in rose oil or shaved by a barber? Anything you wish for, and much, much more. Come and enjoy the grand opening party. Wine, women, and song. And maybe something more. I reckon it's good.
It sounds all right. Now go to the square and announce it. I want the whole city to hear that a new bathhouse is opening in Hoprink.
Where's the best place to try it?
The best place would be... Grain Market, near the town hall. Then Horse Market on Vinter Street. And the markets in Merchant's Quarter. But do it during the daytime, all right? If you go around yelling at night, the only attention you'll get is from the night watchman.
Right. I'll go round those places when they're full of people and shout my head off.
Come back when you're done. In the meantime, I'll get the bathhouse ready for the guests.
Here I go. So, hear ye, let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening. We have services for every customer. Do you want to be bathed in rose oil or shaved by a barber? Anything you wish for, and much, much more. Come and enjoy the grand opening party. Wine, women, and song. And maybe something more. The Kingfisher Bathhouse. Hot drink. Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa!
In our city, just as two...
Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening. We have services for every customer. Do you want to be bathed in rose? Anything you wish for, and much, much more. Come and enjoy the grand opening party. Wine, women, and song. And maybe something more. The Kingfisher Bathhouse. Hot drink. A fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city. Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is opening. We have services for every customer. Do you want to be bathed in rose oil or shaved by a barber? Anything you wish for, and much, much more. Come and enjoy the grand opening party. Wine, women, and song. And maybe something more. The Kingfisher Bathhouse. Hot drink.
Your hair, eyes, mouth.
Hear ye,
it was the
hear ye.
image of you.
Let it be known that the Kingfisher, a new bathhouse, is open. We have services for every customer. And maybe something more. The Kingfisher Bathhouse. Hot drink. So people know about the Kingfisher now?
Did you make the announcement?
Yeah, it wasn't hard. I walked through the square shouting it out. Now we just have to wait and see.
That's enough chit-chat. Now I have to get everything ready for our big night. Are you coming?
Definitely.
Welcome to the best baths in Gutenberg. And the drinks are on the house.
Get up, you two!
I'm not here.
Get your act together, we're in deep shit! Get up now!
Stop screaming, for the love of God.
The councillor's right outside. He's come to check on things.
What?
Jesus, well, why didn't you wake me up then?
Holy shit. What's he doing here?
How should I know? Betty's stalling him so he doesn't see what a shambles the place is. We have to clean the place up, sharpish.
Oh, my head's killing me. Do you have something to drink? Water, I mean.
Did you hear what I said? A councillor's come to inspect the place.
All right. What do you want me to do?
There are drunks lying about everywhere. And since you're the only man who's awake, it's your job to get them out of sight. I can't lift them.
You sure?
And don't just drop them round the corner. We don't want the councillor seeing them. So take them upstairs, into the first room on the right.
Upstairs?
And pick up the tankards and clothes lying all over the floor. So it doesn't look like such a pigsty.
I'm really not up to...
And you puked under a tub last night, so clear it up.
I don't remember that.
I expect there's a lot of stuff you won't remember, but that doesn't matter now. Clear it up fast. That's all that matters. And don't go outside so the councillor doesn't see you until it's done. Got that?
The city is awash with rumours about the new bathhouse, so it's my duty as a councillor to see it with my own eyes. You really have been busy. Do things by halves.
Yeah, but it was hard.
Really? Where did you find them?
In one of those abandoned villages outside the walls. They were happy to have the chance to see the city.
Shall we go inside?
What was it I wanted? I only asked.
No food, thank you. I've already eaten. But I will gladly have wine. Shall we go?
Of course. Where shall we start? I can show you around the whole house.
Good day.
Something for everyone.
Still just nattering here instead of going inside.
You're right, sir. We should go inside.
I apologize.
my own eyes.
Actually, it's more of a reopening. The old one belongs to Mare, but I've decided to do it my way.
I really need to eat something.
Hard finding people to do the work.
Really? Where did you find them?
In one of those abandoned villages outside the walls. They were happy to have the chance to see the city.
Shall we go inside? We're not going to stand up.
Did you come alone? I only asked because I want to know how much food to serve.
No food, thank you. I've already eaten. But I will gladly take some wine. Shall we go?
Of course. Where shall we start? I can show you around the whole house. The chambers, the tub room, and the cellar.
My respects.
So there's something for everyone's taste.
I've already said I chose some wine, but there is nattering here instead of going inside. The city is awash with rumors.
What are you sneaking around here for, you scoundrel?
Where did you find them?
In one of those abandoned villages outside the walls. They were happy to have the chance to see the city.
Shall we go inside? We're not going to stand outside today, are we?
Of course.
No food, thank you. But I will gladly take some wine. Shall we go?
Of course. Where shall we start? I can show you around the whole house. The chambers, the tub room, and the cellar. I have plenty of food and drink. So
I want to see how you proper oak tables. That's the way it should be. Your kitchen is almost part of the ale room. As long as the food's good, that's all that counts. Now let's see the most important part. This place is fit for a king. I see the tubs are brand new. I'm impressed.
Well, sir, what do you say? Are you satisfied?
I'm not going to lie, Betty. I'm pleasantly surprised. I expected a grotty flea pit, but instead you've made a nice, clean bathhouse.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of people were bad-mouthing you, but don't let that bother you. I can see that it was all nonsense.
I'm pretty sure I know who was the source of the rumors.
You'll be Adam's equal in time. You may even put him in the shade.
So Betty was right. Adam tried to badmouth her.
It was only yesterday that he told me this place had no class and wasn't worth visiting.
At least you know what kind of a man Adam is.
Come, come. It's natural that an old bathhouse owner will find fault with a new one, especially when it's a
woman? Ha! I'll show everyone I'm up to the job.
Is that why you're here, sir? To see for yourself if Adam was right or if Betty was up to it?
That's right. And I couldn't be more satisfied. Keep up the good work, Betty.
Thank you. You'll always be welcome here. Could I have a word, Henry? You deserve a reward.
Phew, that was close.
Oh, you can say that again.
If you'd arrived just a few moments earlier.
Too right. When I saw what it looked like this morning, I thought I was fucked.
We did it. You have your own bathhouse.
Yeah. From tomorrow, it's going to be packed. The girls definitely deserve some time off today, and more pay. And I'm grateful to you too. You helped me out of a tight spot when I most needed it.
It was nothing.
It certainly wasn't nothing. Whenever you need bathhouse services, come to us. Everyone knows you already. You'll get a discount. The girls are already used to you.
I'll definitely drop by.
I closed that door. Why is it open?
How can I help you?
My body is in need of rest.
What'll it be this time, Henry?
I'd like a pretty girl to take...
My girls know how to make a...
What I really need right now is a little taste...
Great! But it'll cost you.
Let's talk...
Certainly. Excellent. You'll find exactly...
Don't worry, lad. It happens. I'll keep it to myself. Next time, we'll take care of it right away.